The negative reception and subsequent internet infamy of Sony's Morbius are accidentally shaping the perfect plan for a successful sequel in the form of a self-aware Morbius 2. Amidst the popularity of the superhero genre, Morbius has failed to meet the action, world-building, and general quality that have made other comic book movies successful. But against all odds, the Jared Leto-led movie has gained traction on social media in the form of memes and sarcastic acclaim, leading many to ironically plead for a Morbius sequel filled with absurd in-jokes. Now, Morbius has become one of the most talked about movies of the first half of 2022 despite its negative reception. Before the advent of the internet, movies mostly relied on the feedback of box office numbers and critics. But with social media affecting most aspects of everyday life, anybody can now have a direct impact on the development of movies and TV shows, as creators receive immediate feedback from viewers all over the world. Online trends can change the course of the filmmaking process even before movies begin production, and they can help predict what the audience really wants. Here's where the potential for a successful Morbius sequel, and perhaps a better future for Sony's Spider-Man universe, lies. Instead of doubling down with a serious Morbius sequel or scrapping it altogether, Sony could ride the wave of Morbius internet infamy and embrace the ironic praise the movie has received on social media. Recent releases have been adapting to audience reactions, which also includes the embracing of elements that had previously been considered unsatisfactory. Within the MCU, She-Hulk, attorney-at-law, promises to acknowledge characters and events from The Incredible Hulk, a rather isolated MCU installment due to its mixed reception and lack of relevance to the franchise. And most notably, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness incorporated Anson Mount's Black Bolt, who fell victim to the failure of the Inhumans TV show. Outside Marvel, the DCEU's The Flash finishes the journey of Ben Affleck's Batman after his controversial tenure as the Dark Knight. Over at Star Wars, one of the most anticipated elements of Obi-Wan Kenobi is Hayden Christensen's return as Anakin Skywalker, who was generally considered a weak link in the prequel trilogy back when it was released. However, the ultimate case of transforming a failure into an asset happened in Chip 'n Dale: Rescue Rangers, which went one step further and made the widely loathed, and thus unused, Sonic model for Sonic the Hedgehog a character of his own, turning ugly Sonic into a star. A self-aware Morbius sequel has much more to offer than a serious Morbius 2. The original movie only teased Martine Bancroft's transformation into a vampire, and Morbius' post-credits scene featured a puzzling Sinister Six setup that united Morbius with Vulture without any reasonable motivation other than the promise of an obligatory crossover. On the other hand, social media is providing Morbius 2 with plenty of material to play with, which, although sarcastic, can make Morbius 2 an entertaining movie with the potential to become a comedic deconstruction of the first movie. In jokes like the non-existent quote "It's Morbin time," the endless variations of the word morb, an inexplicable power upgrade that takes Morbius to near Thanos strength, or an in-universe group of Morbius fans who call themselves Morbheads, all could be part of a Morbius sequel with a much more well-defined style than the original movie. The Deadpool movies have proved that superhero movies can throw logic out the window and poke fun at themselves without damaging the genre. Even the humor in Sony's Venom movies themselves set the scene for a self-aware franchise that isn't afraid to blend action with ridiculous humor. With Kraven the Hunter, Madam Web, and El Muerto, all future installments in Sony's Spider-Man universe, all failing to promise anything different to the genre, a satirical Morbius 2 could provide the franchise with a purpose that helps it stand out from the MCU. Key release dates: Kraven the Hunter release date, the 6th of October 2023. Madam Web release date, the 16th of February 2024.